Hello, this is Dr. Rahman Beckwith, and I integrate spirituality and positive psychology to create unique approaches to wellness. Today I would like to read a little bit of my book to you. I've written many books, but this one is particularly enjoyable. It's a spiritual story about my travels in Turkey, but actually it's an adventure, and it's partly imagined and partly true. I'll let you decide which is real and which is just my imagination. I Am Rumi, Where's My Shams? A modern-day spiritual tale. This is an actual picture, and it is the view from the whirling dervish retreat in the mountains of Yalova, Turkey. Based on a true story, in this exciting tale, the author takes us on an adventure to Turkey to discover the answer to life's most important questions. Who am I? Why am I here? How can I become all that I am meant to be? Travel with our character Rumi as he visits historic Istanbul, attends a secret whirling dervish retreat in Yalova, learns an ancient meditation technique, falls in love, visits the burial place of his namesake, and more. As you watch the protagonist's life fill with meaning, you too will be inspired. Rahman Beckwith IT is a holistic therapist who pursued dual doctorates in holistic and spiritual psychology. She holds a bachelor's degree in molecular biology from Princeton University. Rahman is a global lecturer and healer and offers online courses. This is her third book. This is a picture of the author, me, at the Dervish Center in Istanbul, Turkey. So, without further ado, let's begin. I Am Rumi, Where is My Shams? A modern-day spiritual tale. It's not a long book, and I'll just read part of it. You can always buy it online as an ebook on Amazon or on my website. Or you can buy the audiobook in which I'm reading it sort of like this. Okay. Shams is coming. Shams is coming. On nights like this, I can't help but imagine being blinded by the sun, that light that Shams will bring when he comes, just as Rumi bloomed in the presence of Shams. Every soul has a spiritual companion that lights up their world. That poem is by Dr. Rahman Beckwith, and it begins our story. Introduction. Greetings, my beloved reader. I open the gates of heaven to you through this book. The secret mystical teachings contained within this short story are enough to lift your life up to levels of spiritual joy, and it is my prayer that you reap the greatest benefits from them. Parts of this book are autobiographical, as I have made various trips to Turkey and spent a summer there 2 years ago. I also had a spiritual teacher like the one found in this story, though it occurred when I was a child in Philadelphia. He did teach mystical meditation, which I practiced daily. His name was Baba Muhyiddin, picture actually right there, over behind me. That's His name was Muhammad. Look him up if you like. Other parts of the tale may or may not be true. I'll leave that to your imagination. The most important point that I want to communicate to you at this time is to not stagnate. In a world where people forget who they are and why they are on earth, it is of utmost importance to be as Rumi was in front of Shams. Be challenged, remain alive, look into yourself, ask the important questions, discover your soul, and in doing so, discover all that is within you, including God. Chapter 1. What's in a name? My name is Rumi Johnson. Yes, Rumi, like the famous poet Jalaluddin Rumi. There was a time when I had no real understanding of who he was or what he wrote about. That was before my magical journey. I grew up in Connecticut in a small middle-class family with one sibling. My parents' names are Ruth and Joe. As you can probably discern, I have been unusually named considering our Christian heritage. It all came about through a timely gift of a book of Rumi's poetry, an anniversary present to my parents from a friend. It came around the time that I was born, and so I was born Rumi. We've never been a very religious family, however, I always had a curiosity about spiritual wisdom. I studied at Columbia University and had been working in an accounting firm in New York for the past 3 years, when the time came for my spiritual awakening to come. We all have that pilgrimage, whether it is spurred by a word, a sentence, a look from a friend, a yearning, an emptiness, a teacher, or maybe by our soul's unrest and need for more, as it was for me. There had been those days when I wanted to advance in life, but at times I was not sure anything was worth the effort. In the financial sector, I was okay. I had always made more than ends meet. I enjoyed playing basketball and socializing with friends on the weekend, but sometimes my life felt empty. At one family reunion, it came to light that I had ancestors from the Turkish-Greek region of the Mediterranean, far back on my mother's side of the family. I had always wanted to visit that area, so one summer I booked a group tour. That's when Providence walked so brilliantly into my life in the form of a woman, a teacher, and an adventure. Chapter 2. On the Shores of Yalova. The 2-week tour was first centered around Turkey's capital city of Istanbul. During the first week, we saw many famous sights, such as Hagia Sophia, the church turned mosque, an ancient place where you can see angels underneath Arabic script. It was a unity of religions if there ever was one. We saw bazaars full of scented oils and spices and the most colorful scarves and rugs. We drank more tea in a week than I normally do in a month. In Turkey, to offer someone the black tea of the region is a customary way to greet him or her. Tea is also enjoyed with and after meals and in between them. The group traveled together to the Black Sea region in the north, which had lovely foods and mountainous views of the water. In fact, most of Istanbul seemed to be situated on water. With the bustling energy of the cities and the relaxing cafes by the coastline, it was refreshing to see a culture in which people enjoyed life so fully. I was feeling uplifted simply by traveling to a new place, and I felt connected to the place. Traveling does wonders for shaking up the spirit. However, I was still feeling an emptiness that I did not understand until the night we saw the dervishes. In Istanbul, there's a weekly performance by an order of whirling dervishes who follow the traditions of the great poet-teacher Mevlana Rumi, as he is called there. Mevlana Rumi. When I walked into the room and felt the cool air on my skin and heard the recitation of prayers, I knew that I had found the unique nourishment that I desperately needed. The performance was staged beautifully, with the dervishes coming out and bowing to the teacher and then opening one hand up to heaven, unfurling like flowers, putting the other hand down to earth. This symbolism showed receiving from heaven and giving back to earth. So, if you like this, please comment below. I'm currently working on a Turkish translation. You can order this, the audio or the ebook, online on Amazon or from my website. They have Kindle on the Amazon. I have the paperback and the other versions. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this peaceful reading. Please like and share and check out my other videos and subscribe if you want more. Have a great day. Much love.